Good morning, Lionsgate, which originally was during Leo and now is Cancer season. It's not Cancer season though, it's Leo season. And what does it all mean? What does it all mean, this Lionsgate in 2025, where it was originally in the sign of Leo and now the constellation has changed, so Lionsgate would technically be in the constellation of Cancer, but you know, in quantum entanglement, something can be eons away, billions and trillions of light years away, and we can still experience it as if it's happening right here, right now. Just like the effects of Pluto and Saturn and Neptune and these retrogrades in Aries, the archetype of the body and the young fire and the head. We can experience that as if it's happening right here on this planet or in this moment. You know, the sun is far away, but we can still get a sunburn, even though it's not even on the same day as we are. You know, those planets that affect us, if we believe in this stuff, those things that affect us aren't even on the same day that we are on. So yeah, we can get super fine and detailed, which will be great for next month when we go into Virgo season. But for now, we're not there. Just let yourself enjoy it. Happy Lionsgate Day. Lionsgate may still be, originally was like the New Year's in Africa. And many theorize that, you know, that's where like humanity started off and kind of like went from there. But there's other theories too. And while I know a lot about a lot of things, because I've studied a lot of things, that's something I haven't studied much. So I'm not going to say anything more about that. But some of our earliest recorded data that we have access to today, because, you know, as humanity, we have times where we've like burned all our books, like in Alexandria, or we've ruined all our data through floods or whatever, technology, whatever. And so when we have old data, it means a lot to us. And so we can sense that it's a time where it feels like a new year, but we have a lot going on in retrogrades right now too. So it's really like a time to like just kind of review and like look at the self. These retrogrades are happening in Aries, which rules self. Me. And eventually it's going to be one for one and one for all. But right now it's one for one. You know, it's like me, myself, and I kind of energy. And it really is important to be looking at yourself. You know, who are you as a person? What are you as a person outside of the commodification that has been required for your basic survival? Who are you and what are you outside of the video games that are programming us to be in a state of excitement to the point where we're storing adrenaline and which turns into cortisol, which turns into body pain, which we disconnect from through all of these things that we put in our bodies. Who are you? Who are you inside your body? Who are you outside of your body? Who are you? Like, you know, the age-old question in Alice in Wonderland. Who are you? This is a great time to be looking at that. While Saturn's in retrograde, Neptune's in retrograde, Pluto's going to be in retrograde, and it's all at like 1 degree, which rules Aries, which rules the self. Great time to be looking at this. This is a time of new earth. We've got Saturn, which has to do with structure, and Neptune, which is watery energy, all in fire. And now 1 degree. So we're building new earth. Fire and water create lava. And then lava, when it reaches the air, which is our Aquarius full moon right now, which is air, that is the sprouts of new earth. That's the little green gems that people say is moldavite, but it's not really moldavite. It came from that island over there that just sprouted up. But, you know, it probably has some moldavite in it because we're all stardust anyway. Don't get super technical or detailed or get hung up on the details right now. Just look at the general gist of like, who are you? Who are you when you are not in the persona of your job? Who are you when you're not in the persona of people pleasing and being there for other people? Who are you for yourself? What are the things that you've been coming back to your entire life? Have you been enjoying music and picking up instruments your entire life? Is it that you like to make clothes? Is it, is that something you've been doing since as long as you can remember? What are these things that make up you, that make you you? What would you be if your value was not based on keeping the cogs turning in the machine of consumerism? What would you be outside of that? What would you be outside of what is expected of you from the lineage that you come from? Maybe you come from a lineage of doctors or teachers or lawyers, or a lineage of people that play music or whatever. Who are you outside of that? Who are you in yourself? And this is a time to really be reviewing that right now. So, and it's a time to celebrate how far you've come and celebrate that you're alive. Full moon is a time of celebrate. I know a lot of people are going to be like, release. Release is like what happens because we are taught to be disconnected from our bodies. We are taught to be disconnected from the natural flow of things. So then when gravitational pulls are affecting our bodies, because our body is made of mostly water and this moon is affecting water, these big moons that we get, we think, oh, it must be a time for release because I sure am releasing a lot, but really, like, it's a time to celebrate all that is. And then after the new moon is the time, after the full moon is the time to release. That's when it starts to get dark and it becomes darker and darker and darker. That's when you start to release. So right now it's time to celebrate good times, or celebrate that you're just simply alive. Happy full moon during Leo season 2025. And just know that these things, you're going to start seeing fruition of these things right away, but definitely by February of 2026.